This is a rustic dish that originated in the French countryside. Coq au vin. This dish became popular in America in the 1960s thanks to Julia Child. It's simply chicken that's braised in red wine with vegetables.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
It starts with flavor in the form of bacon. We're gonna get saltiness, smokiness, fattiness. So I'm gonna go 2 by 1 here, and we'll go right into a pan. Depending on how fatty your bacon is, you might not have to put any extra oil. If it looks like it needs a little help, go with a high smoke point oil. I'm just gonna help it along a tiny bit here. Really trying to get just a single layer of the bacon here so that it can render out. We're gonna have nice texture from these bacon pieces. We're also starting to build the flavors of the dish right here. So I'm gonna start preparing my first pieces of chicken. I'm using chicken thighs and drumsticks for this. They're affordable, and honestly, they're a lot easier to work with than a whole chicken. We want to get gorgeous brown color on this skin. In order to do that, we got to make sure this is dry. If the chicken's wet, it's going to steam. Steaming does not produce the Maillard reaction, which is browning. If you put this salt on too early, it'll start drawing moisture out. Really put the salt right before the searing. Bacon's coming out. It has rendered out a ton of fat in which we get to cook now. I need this chicken to make contact with the bottom of the pan, so we're going to sear in batches. While that sears, I'm gonna chop my veggies. Whew. Let's pull these out. Pretty nice color all around. Put it right back onto the plate where the raw chicken was. It's okay. We're gonna continue to cook this chicken. We've got our drumsticks here. Just wanna make sure we're super dry. Hit this with some salt and pepper. Same deal, skin side down. Throw it away from you just in case it splatters. I'm gonna wash my hands. Let's pull these out. Again, we're just looking for color. We're not cooking the meat. Got a lot of oil in here. It's a ton of flavor. And so now we get to cook all these vegetables, carrots and onion, garlic. I see an opportunity to have even more flavor. So let's go to the herb garden. So we're gonna get thyme, classic French herb. We're gonna get some rosemary, also wonderful. Let's grab some parsley for the end of the dish. I'm just going whole so I can fish them out, all right? Mix this around. We also have an opportunity to season a little more right here. Seasoning along the way creates even more layers of flavor. So these are softening up real nice. The rosemary smells so good in there. Let's get this braising. I'm gonna throw in our chicken legs. We're gonna nestle these in. And the resting juices. Coming in with the thighs. Trying as best I can to create a single layer here. And this one has a lot of juices. Got our bacon. The reason we pulled it out is because we didn't want it to burn. Well, now nothing's gonna burn because we're about to drop the stock. Some say the French invented electronic dance music. So we're coming with the stock, and that means the temperature's gonna drop. We're gonna drop the stock. Parlez-vous français, parlez-vous français. Unta. It can't be coq au vin without the vin. Cooking wine. I say the more affordable, the better. But if you have a bottle that you only drank half of a couple nights ago, maybe even a week ago, then that's the one to use. You know what else is great for cooking with? Boxed wine. All this alcohol is gonna cook off, and we're gonna end up with a super flavorful braising liquid, which equals super flavorful chicken. Once it comes up to a boil, we will lower the heat, and we're gonna cover it with a nice fitting hat. Our braise is almost done. It's time for the final touches. We've got some mushrooms here. We're gonna saute these separately. If this was in our stew, they would completely disintegrate. We wanna have some structural integrity. We've got some white button mushrooms. I just want a little bit of moisture to come out of the mushrooms, and then we'll hit with some fat. It's been about an hour. Let's have a look. Ah, it smells amazing. You can see the chicken has come a deep, dark purple. The one thing is the broth, very thin. So we're gonna create a little paste to thicken this whole thing up. Basically, we're gonna make a roux outside of the pot. And this is a great way to thicken really anything after the fact. We've got some butter. It's gotta be room temp. We're also gonna come in with some flour. We're gonna try our very best to combine these two into a semi-homogeneous paste. It's coming together, you see that? Fine French thickener. So this can come in, and the butter and the flour will really become greater than the sum of their parts by thickening this up. All right, mushrooms are getting some color. They've even turned a little brown. Now we can come in, sort of rehydrate them with flavor. Just gonna work that butter in. Ooh, that butter smells really good. I'm turning this down to low, and we'll put these in at the very last minute. Classic to this dish are pearl onions. You can buy pearl onions fresh, but I really like buying them frozen because someone's done the work for you and it saves a ton of time. These are gonna go in and they're gonna absorb beautiful flavor of our broth. And they're just gonna be these little fears of allium explosion. And come in with our mushrooms now. Good color, nice flavor, fantastic aroma. We're gonna turn off our heat. Now, parsley is really great with these hearty dishes because it just brings this bright freshness that creates incredible balance. All right, let's plate this up. And we're gonna get drumstick, a thigh, mushroom, pearl onion, some little pieces of bacon. Let's hit it with a little bit of parsley. Can see that raw freshness that brings. I think this completes the dish even further. Some nice toasted bread. This is $2.85 a serving, which is a real deal for something this elegant and high class. Now I think we should dig in. The meat is certainly fall off the bone. The aromas are fantastic. Absolute perfection. Damn, that was good. Hour-long wine-braised chicken that was seared to perfection. Delicious flavors that are easy to achieve with totally accessible ingredients. Fall off the bone meat and crusty bread. Is it a soup? Kind of. Is it a stew? Sort of. Is it chicken with sauce? Kind of. Is it a bird? A plane? It's coq au vin. The wine reduced down just turns the broth into something that is so flavorful. It gives you that je ne sais quoi. I don't know what, but I do know what. So if you're looking for something that feels extra special and isn't super hard, this is your dish.